Hi, it's First Lady here, and I'm in the kitchen, and today I want to make a vegetable soup. And it's going to be a hearty vegetable soup because, as you can see, I have rough chopped some yellow bell peppers, green bell peppers, and red bell peppers. And I've also chopped roughly some onions. And this is zucchini that is chopped kind of thick, very thick. And these are yellow gold potatoes. So I'm going to make a vegetable soup, and I'm really just going to season it with basically salt and put them in the water and just let them come up to a boil and let all the vegetables get soft in my trusty red pot here that I normally use all the time, my Dutch oven. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. All right, I'm just going to add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil just to the bottom of this pan here, this Dutch oven, and I'm just going to add the vegetables. Because this is plant-based, that means I'm not going to use any meat or any other stocks that have animal products. I'm just going to add the onions and the peppers, the tricolor peppers, the red, the yellow, and the green. And of course, with the onion, I'm just going to kind of stir this around and let the oil move around a little bit in the pan. So I don't really want to saute them. I actually kind of just want to use that oil for flavor. And as I mentioned, this is going to be a very rustic dish. So when I get through, I'm just going to enjoy it like it is a soup. So I'm just adding the zucchini and the potatoes, okay? And I'll move that around a little bit just so you guys can sort of see how everything is in the pot here. And as the fire gets this pan hot, you can see some of the smoke coming up. But the idea here is sort of to just let some of the oil get onto the vegetables a little bit, just to kind of give it a little more flavor. And I'm going to add black pepper, and I'm going to add some of my Himalayan pink salt. All right, and that's just going to give it a little flavor. And I may add a bay leaf just to give it a little more flavor. So I'm going to let this saute, but then I'm just going to add probably about 3 cups of water to this pot, and it's going to come up to a boil, and all the vegetables are going to get very soft. And then after that, it'll probably be ready. You can hear it as it starts to saute. So I'll be back. All right, I am just adding the water because I'm not using any chicken broth or anything to this recipe. And you guys, you can use vegetable stock or if you like. I don't want to use vegetable stock for this recipe because I just want it to have sort of a clear broth, as you can kind of see. And as these vegetables cook, you can see how that broth looks. It's going to be a nice clear light broth. All right, so I've added like 4 cups of water, and so I'm just making sure that I have enough water here. I do want to cover it a little bit and let it cook down, so I'm just steadily adding more water. I've already added the Himalayan pink salt and about 4 or 5 turns of the coarsely ground black pepper. So this is already looking really beautiful. Now I'm just going to add, maybe about 3 or 4 bay leaves. And I have the bay leaves. So I'm just going to add them directly in, and they're just going to add flavor. And you can take them out later if you need to, if you want to just pull them out. Sometimes people will see them in there and they'll just pull them out. They won't eat them. But it really will add a nice flavor to this vegetable soup. So this is plant-based soup, you guys, and it's going to be delicious. I'm going to probably add maybe another cup or so of water. Then I'm going to cover it, and I'll show you what it looks like as it cooks. I'll be back. Okay, the other ingredient that I want to add is just some celery. So I'm just going to add some chopped celery to this, and I think it's really going to give it a really nice flavor. That's the only other thing that I really wanted to add to this soup. So I'm just going to add the celery right into this bowl, and because it's rustic, I didn't even take the tops off of the celery. I like those little floury parts that's on the top of the celery. I didn't cut any of that off because I want that flavor as well. It'll be very good to just have the celery, the onions, the zucchini, the potatoes, and all those peppers and onions right there. So you can see how this is coming together. And with this broth, you guys, it's gonna be really good. It looks like it's gonna be very flavorful because of the bay leaf. And then of course I used a little bit of that extra virgin olive oil to kind of give it a little flavor. And then it's gonna cook until all the vegetables are soft but not mushy. Okay, so maybe in about 30 minutes. So we'll be back. All right, let's take a look at our soup. Ooh, it is hot. I don't want it to boil or come to a rolling boil. I sort of just wanted to slowly cook the vegetables. And you can see this beautiful broth that's here for this rustic vegetable soup. One of the things that I've been really loving about making these plant-based recipes for you all is that it is so quick. It is so easy. It doesn't take very long at all. And you have a wonderful, healthy meal. So number one, it's healthy. Number two, it doesn't take very long at all. Not a whole lot of fat. Not a whole lot of calories, honestly. Lots and lots of vegetables, you know, and good fruits and stuff on this plant-based plan. So I've been enjoying making these recipes for you guys. And so it is almost time to put this in a bowl and enjoy this wonderful, hearty, rustic, plant-based vegetable soup. I'll be back. All right, so I have my spinach that I have rinsed off, and I'm just sort of patting it dry. Don't want it to be too wet for my bread. I have my 2 slices of the Chow Creamery cheese. And this bread is kind of wide, as you can see. So I typically like to just make sure that the cheese covers the bread. But in this case, I'm going to maybe just have it just like that. And then put the spinach in between. How about that? And maybe let the cheese kind of melt in. Let the spinach kind of melt into that cheese. All right, so I'm just assembling this as best I can. And I'll just put the other slice of cheese on top. It doesn't matter if you have a little bit of spinach that is kind of, you know, straggling, hanging out of the bread, if you will. I'm just gonna mash this down, okay? And if I have anything that comes out, then it'll be okay. So I'm just gonna put the other slice of bread just on top here. And this is really seedy bread, as you can see. So this is my favorite, seed-tastic. It's my favorite bread when I'm making like a grilled cheese, just because I love to have the texture. You know, just plain white bread just doesn't do, you know, for this kind of a vegetable sandwich, okay? So I'm just trying to get it all in here, pushing it in, and I'm just going to put it directly into my pot here. All right, move that over to the side. All right, let's get this spinach. Oh, the end just keeps coming out. Oh, I guess it'll be all right. No worries. All right, so I'm just gonna put it, ooh, this is coming out, but I think if I turn it down, I don't want the fire too hot. Let me turn the fire down. And I'm just gonna put it right in this skillet here. All right. All right, guys, there you have it. I'll be back to show you how it looks when I flip it over to the other side. You guys know how to make a grilled cheese, but I'll show you the finished product when it's all done. I'll be back. Now it is time to eat. I am so hungry and I'm so excited. I made this spinach and cheese, grilled spinach and cheese with my seeded bread. So I'm just going to grab that. You can see the cheese is kind of gooey and melty. So that's gonna be great. And I have you can see that spinach too. I'm just gonna move that over to the plate. And I have my amazing vegetable soup from scratch, all homemade. Don't be afraid, you can make this. This is amazing. Of course, it had the bay leaves and of course, all the vegetables. Rustic, hearty soup, all right? So I am going to just put some in a bowl over here for myself. As I record this for you guys, you can see this beautiful broth. And I love the fact that it's a clear broth, just made with water. You've got the potatoes here. I want to get some more of those vegetables. I got onions, celery. You can make it however you want. If you want to add sweet potatoes, if you want to add carrots, I just did the yellow peppers, green peppers, red peppers. I got zucchini. You could even add squash if you want squash, you know, in this. And I'm just making myself a hearty bowl of this soup. Look at that broth, you guys. Look how beautiful it is. It's not greasy or anything. And it really does have a lot of good flavor because remember, we added the bay leaf. So, all right, now let me put the top on that and let that continue to simmer. But it is time to eat. So let me taste the soup and taste the grilled cheese for you guys. This is some of my little bowls that I got, my matching little set. But this is an amazing soup. Let me get a little of the potato, a little of the onion, a little celery, all in one bite. All right, here goes nothing. It's hot, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's too hot. I'm gonna have to blow it, I'm sorry. Oh, it's so good. That is good. It is so fresh and it is good. All right. Oh, that's good. And on a day like today, when you just kind of want to curl up, I love soup. Soup is one of my favorite things to eat. I could really eat soup every day. I don't know about you guys. Hot, hot, hot. Whew. Now let me try my cheesy, gooey, plant-based grilled spinach and cheese. That cheese is so good. The plant-based cheese. You guys are gonna love this. Try this soup. Let me know how you like it. You can add your own seasoning, some cayenne, other seasonings if it's not salty enough for you. I can't use a lot of salt, so I try not to. But I hope you guys try this, like this recipe, share it. And most of all, you guys, thanks for watching and be blessed.